in the NFL, the Tennessee Titans have closed their facility until Saturday after 9 positive tests of COVID-19. And Matt, let me direct this question towards you first, because can players trust the league's protocols with COVID-19 when the NFL for years has suppressed health concerns such as CTE?
The short answer is hell no. There's no way, because the NFL has taken the wrong approach to this and not listening to the CDC and the recommendations of the big doctors who know this kind of stuff. And they opted to not play in a bubble, which is the preferred destination, which is why we saw this in the MLB, which is why we're seeing it in college football, which is why we're seeing, the NBA have success and the NHL have success and 0 positive results. So if you're looking at it from the perspective of, has the NFL done a good job of managing COVID? They put all the resources into different areas that have not really prevented an outbreak like this. So now that they're starting to cancel games, we're going to start seeing more teams in more areas have these kind of effects. And honestly, I kind of saw this coming, and I'm sure you did too. I'm sure everyone here, where you sat here the last time we came on, we were like, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Has not done a good job. That kind of thing.
Well, let me ask you this, because you were talking about the NBA bubble, and I guess I'll throw this at both of you gentlemen, because I think, obviously with the NBA, it's a 15-man roster. NFL, it's 53-man roster and all the personnel behind the scenes. Would that really work for the NFL? I mean, just to be, locked down with, 32 teams in one destination. I mean, how many hotels are in that Disney area? I have no idea. Would it work? I mean, I have no idea.
Really, what it comes down to is, I think the NFL is really taking the coronavirus and the testing and the safety serious, but are the teams taking it serious? Because I've watched several Sunday Night Football games seeing Coach John Gruden not wearing his mask,
right.
Sean Payton not wearing his mask, even Sean McVay wasn't wearing his mask.
And you know what? Why should they?
Yeah.
No. I'm going to jump in on this one.
Yeah.
I'm actually pretty heated about this, okay? Because just like a player, a coach is running up and down the field. They are trying to communicate. They have to be on their best A game. And we all know from
That's
wearing masks that we are not on our A game.
Wait a minute, that's a good point she's making.
Yeah, the coaches should also be exempt. Just the coaches who are up there. Once they're off on the line, sitting down, any of that stuff, then yes, they have the mask. Garrett actually came through. He had his mask down below. And he had said, hey, look, I'm trying to wear it. It actually hinders the ability of the coach. And the coach is needed on that field, just like the player.
Their voice needs to carry because they need.
Sorry, I get heated. I'm like, oh.
Marissa, what about those bubble? Have you seen the bubble visors they've been wearing?
Yes, and they can wear those. Why not wear that? That is, but
it still blocks sound.
But they will not let them wear. They won't let them.
You guys are smoking crack. I mean, it would have been a different story. No, literally, it would have been a different story. Like, I would have been all with you guys if you said, why are the coaches not wearing masks? If they're getting tested just like the players, don't you think they have a right to be on the field and not wear a mask?
That's what I'm
then
saying.
I would have been with you. But
they all are testing negative.
Hold up. But you two, Marissa and Kevin, just now both said they can't wear the mask because they can't communicate with their players wearing it.
No,
really, I'm with Matt when he says you can wear a face shield.
No, Chris. I didn't say they can't communicate. I said it hinders our natural ability of communicating. And when you're in the heat of a moment and you're playing through there and you're used to communicating a certain way and getting it across, then yeah, I think the coaches shouldn't wear. And I think the face mask
stop playing, Marissa.
Nope.
How about this?
The coaches in the NBA aren't wearing masks.
That's what my point was. Is like, how about this? Okay, if the NFL, which is a multi-billion-dollar industry, did a bubble or created a bubble system in multiple locations where they could control the teams that were playing and control the players, then they wouldn't have to be worrying about whether or not the coaches are wearing a mask, because the NBA bubble has no mask. So it's like they're paying their commissioner $44 million to make these kind of decisions, and they don't pay me any, and I just came up with a better solution than what they're doing
It's so true. And I think that's a fair point, to argue about, because, you're right. I mean, the NBA bubble, coaches aren't wearing, the mask, but that's because they're in that kind of environment. NFL, they're constantly traveling. We'll see what happens in the upcoming weeks, because it's only week 3 with the NFL, so we'll see what's up.